Hello everyone, this is a Edmodo tutorial that goes along with the PDF tutorial that I created for you all. I just wanted to quickly show you some features of Edmodo that I've discovered that I thought were great, and this is just to kind of give you a better idea. I would highly encourage you to also try out the features as well. It's always good to see how things work, but also I think we learn more by doing as well. And this will give you an idea of maybe how to navigate through it. It's pretty simple. It's very similar to Facebook. If you notice, the layout is very similar to Facebook. So let me show you some features. This is my homepage, and I'm verified. That's great, right? So I'm a verified teacher. And here on the side, there's going to be a store. You can manage apps here. You have the app launcher, you have your Edmodo planner, and you have the snapshot. And actually the snapshot is a pretty new tool, and it's cool. So I'll show you the snapshot in a little bit. Up here it'll show you like progress, like, you know, of what you've done, and it'll like give you like a little progress tool, discover tool, and your library. So this is your homepage, and I'm just going to quickly, these are the groups that I'm a part of. So this one I joined. These two groups have to do with my master's program that I'm currently doing at Azusa Pacific, and this one is the one I created. So I'm going to go ahead, and you can either join or create. So I'm going to create a group, and basically this is kind of like setting up your classroom. So I'm going to create a group that says UCLA scientists, and this is just one of my homerooms that I have. And I teach 5th grade, so you're going to go to whatever grade level you teach. And then I teach math and science, but I'm going to go ahead and just do it for math right now, so mathematics. And then subject matter, I'm just going to put basic math. I'll cover everything, and I'll create it. And then it'll tell you your expected group size. So I teach about 26 students, so 26 plus. If you want to describe your group, you can do that, and then we click finish. Then when you go ahead and do that, this is a great part, that you can invite your students with a URL, and you can also give them, this is a URL right here that you invite. So I would basically copy and paste this URL and give them the student code. And when they do that, then they're able to join the group you created. So this what I like about this is that it's private. They can see what you're doing, only what you're doing. You know, another feature I really like about this, there is no private messaging. So a lot of times we're very concerned with, you know, tools and such because of how students can misuse the tools. And so I like this because this is very transparent. There's nothing to hide. There's no, you know, private messages, no, you know, anything. Everything that we need to post is made public, you know, made public within our page. Again, people can only have access to this page if you have invited them to it. So that's the great feature. So that's just a little idea of how to do it. Now, I already created a group before, so I'm going to go back to my home page, and in this one, this was I mean, I originally created for science, but I created a snapshot, and we'll do that. You can also upload assignments here. So I could go ahead and load an assignment. So I'm going to click load. Let's see here. And then you can give it a due date and so on. So let's say that you want the students to do an assignment. You give them the date, and then it'll tell them when it's due. So let's see if we could do this here. Doesn't seem to give me the feature, but you can normally load an assignment and it'll upload it. I don't know why. Maybe there's something wrong with my browser. You can also create a quiz or load a quiz, and it's great because this has multiple choice, true or false, short. You know, this is great for like an entrance slip, an exit slip maybe. And then you can add your questions. This right here, so you can add, if you have stuff in your folders, you can add questions from there and so on. And you can also attach a link of whatever you want them to. to look at. So this is, this is great for like maybe an exit slip or something like that. Something to like just give you a quick look at if they're understanding the lesson or not. Now the next one I wanted to show you is a snapshot. I really like the snapshot. So in this one, this is more like a longer quiz or something like that. So I had already created one, so I'm going to create another one. It says create snapshot. Student groups, I'm just going to put APU scientists, that's fine. And it's either ELA or math. So what I really like about this is that it gives you the Common Core standards. So for example, operations like O&A, that's what we call them, operations in algebraic thinking, number and operations in base 10, and so on and so forth. So every time you click on them, you can see the substrands. And if you want that, you can even preview questions, so it'll show you like what kind of questions to expect. And you could click on it. So I know the last things we did with the kids was at this particular strand, and you select whatever ones you want. You give the name of the snapshot, so it could be algebraic thinking exit slip, something like that, or quiz. And then you can go ahead and assign it, preview it. So maybe we should just preview it. 20 questions based on the number of the type of standards you're hitting. It'll generate a quiz from that. So it'll just kind of show you, and then when you're ready, you're gonna click assign now, and then it's already assigned. So it'll give you like a percentage of like who did it or all this stuff. So due date's gonna be 6/15. Okay, so that's pretty much how you create a snapshot. So that's one of the cool features about Edmodo. Another one is you can join groups. You can be members of other groups, and I like this because, oops, I'm sorry. Let's see here. Where's the? Let's go back to the home page. Communities, that's the one where you can search through communities and request to be a part of the communities. So for example, I think I've joined the science community, and you have to be approved by them. So you can send a request, and then you can start posting stuff. So it's more like a forum, similar to Twitter in the sense that you can post stuff and people can see what you're posting. So it's really cool, and then you can comment. It says, has anyone anyone knows a good reading site for the circulatory system for grade 9? I think that's what they meant to say. And so like you can ask questions and people will respond to that. So that's great. So this is more like a kind of like a professional learning network. You post stuff and you get stuff from people. So that's cool. So this one, I'm following them, and you have to get approved. You can join other communities depending on what kind of subject matter you're interested in. So they're based on topics. I think I'm following this one. So let me see if let's go to the other tabs. Let's go to the progress tab. So the progress tab is just to see so let's go to the discover tab. I think that's what we're finding. So the discover tab, it'll show you like, for example, there's applications that you can purchase, and then links based on like what you said you teach. They'll give you some links, or the groups you've joined, they'll like refer to some links for you. So these are just other resources that we as teachers can use. So that's a great tool. Now you can look for topics, and for example, so if you're interested in science or math or language arts, so I'm just going to go to the math one, and then you can go ahead and it says you can look through the groups that there are, and you can try and join them. So for example, elementary and middle school mathematics, you would go to that. Oh, and they're links. So this one's a particular link, but there's also, let me go back, I'm sorry. So these are links to things that you're interested in. So that's not the one I was looking for, but that would be good too. Let's see here.